Hello everyone. Today we're going to design the user interface for this Links app. So before we start, please don't forget to subscribe, give like and share this video. So let's start. Before starting writing the code for the user interface, I want to explain it here first. Explain the requirements. So first we need a container because I want to add margins at the top and to the left and right side as well as the bottom side. Then inside the container I'm going to have a column because as you can see here we have elements placed vertically as you can see here, and then inside the column we need to add a row because here we have two elements next to each other. Then an expand widget to allow the list to expand to the bottom of the screen. And here we need to also to add a floating action button as well as an add bar. So let's get started. Now here we have the Android Studio opened, so all you have to do just double click on main and remove all of this code because we don't really need it. We'll start from scratch. So we're going to write our own code. So first type STF. It stands for stateful widgets, and name the class as follow: links app, and copy the name. Oh, sorry, there is a typo. Okay, copy the name and paste it here. That's it. And for now, here in the build widget, we want to return the material app instead of container. So just type material app. Then inside of the material app we're going to have home, which is the root of our widgets. Then scaffold, and inside the scaffold you can have the app bar and the body. This is the app bar and this is the body of the app. If you want to display the app bar, just type app bar, then again app bar, then open the parentheses, then inside just first you can add a background. Let me just first add a background, then colors, then I'm going to make it red accent, so then a title. Here you can add your app name. Let me just remove this. You need to add a text widget to display the app name. It's in links app, so links app. I'm going to style it, make it bold, so style, text style, font weight, sorry, font weight, then font weight again, dot bold, then add comma, and don't forget to add comma after the close in parentheses. Then right after the close in parentheses of the app bar, I'm going to add the floating action button. All you have to do just type floating action button, then again floating action button. We need to add an icon for the floating action button, which is this plus sign. So just type icon, child, first child, then icon, then icons dot add. Then you can add a background, so I'll make the background matches the app bar. background, then colors dot red accents. Then when you finish the floating action button, you can add the body of your app. So here, the body. I will start with a container because I want to add margins to the top and bottom and to the left and right sides. So container, and the container needs a child, so the child will be a column because, as I mentioned before, we have the elements listed under each other. So first we need a column, and the column will have children. So just type children, then widgets. Then here again I'm going to add a row for this label, number of added links 3. So we will add a row to make those two elements next to each other. Row. Then also the row can have children widget. The first child is a text. The number of added links. Then I'm going to style it. Text style. Font weight the old. Now I'm going to click on hot reload to see the result on the virtual device. Yeah, here we have it, but I forgot to add the margins for the container, so I will add them now. So here, margin agent sets dot symmetric, vertical we'll give it 17.0, and horizontal I'll give it the same size, 17.0. Now just click on hot reload and see the result. Good, it's in the right place. Now I'm gonna add number 3 next to it. It's going to be temporary because now I'm going to make it hard-coded, and later it will be dynamically whenever the data is fetched. Whenever the data is fetched from the database, it's going to count how many links we have. Then the number of links will be displayed here instead of this hard-coded. So here, just copy this and paste it under it, yeah, here, and instead of this text just add 3. Now click hot reload and let's see the result. Yeah, it looks good, but we still need to add some space in between. So all we have to do, just type, use this widget, sized box width. I'll probably make it 7. Then just click hot reload. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good now. Well, now we are pretty much done with this part. So inside the column we had this row. Then after that we're going to have an expand widget for the list view. So let's start working on it. Just here at the closing parenthesis, just add a comma, then just type expanded. Yep, this one, expanded. Then its child is going to be future builder. So here we have this future builder, and this future builder is meant for processing the future tasks, and this future builder has some different arguments. As you can see here, we have the future and then builder. So first I had to import this HTTP handler class because I want to use this get links in order to fetch the links from the database and pass the value of those of the links to this future builder. As you can see here, I didn't have to create an instance of the class because I defined this get links, as you can see here, as a static function. So we can call it by typing the class name, then the function name. So here we'll get the values of the we'll get the retrieved links from the database, and then here we're going to implement this builder function. I just forgot here to name the context. Okay. Here inside the builder we have this build context, so it will allows it to know where it is within the tree widget. Then we have async snapshot here, where we will store the links. I mean the return value from this function. It will be stored here. So we called it snapshot, and then we will check if the connection state is done or not. So that means whenever it's finished loading the links, it's going to return this list view builder. So again, whenever this connection state is done, it will return this list view builder. Otherwise, if it's not done loading the links or fetching the data from the database, it will return this circular progress indicator, which means it's going to display the loading indicator in the middle of the screen. So here in the item count we have snapshot.data.length. As I mentioned before, here when we fetch the data and pass it to this future build, it's going to be stored in this snapshot. So how we get it? We get it this way: snapshot.data. The data is the actual data we retrieved from the database, and which is the links. Let's check this function. So it's going to be the list of links, and then .length, it will return the length of the data retrieved from the database. Then here we implemented item builder. Then here we pass the context, then the index. After that we return a list tile. So here the list tile is a single fixed height row that typically contains some text as well as leading or trailing icon. So let's see here. Here we have the title. Let me show you the virtual device here. Here we have the title, Flutter, and then trailing, which is this button, the deleting button. And then we have after that for the trailing an icon, then on press. So whenever a user click on this trash can, it will delete this link. After that, we have a subtitle, and the subtitle is the link itself, so it's going to be displayed under the title. So here, if you want to display the title, all you have to do just add a text with it, then type snapshot data, then all you have to do just pass the index here, then the title. Or if you want to display the link, instead of the title, just type link. As you can see here, it has the same context, but the difference is the last part. So that's it for displaying the links on the user interface. So the next step is writing the function for deleting the links. So let's get started. Just go here to this HTTP handler, then after this closing curly bracket, just add multiple lines, then just add a comment, add some comments here, deleting, for example, deleting links function. Also here I have already have this code written before, so I'll paste it here and explain it. Here, the same here. This function is static and it has this future, and the type is boolean. I just wanted to return either true or false. For example, if the link was deleted, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. One more thing here, let me just copy this, and here I'm going to const, then string, then the font, then so here the function name is delete links. So when we combine those, the first at the root of the API and delete links, it will post a request for deleting the links. So this function has one variable which is a link ID. So whenever we want to delete a link, we must pass the ID of the link here. Then we have try and catch. That means try to do this part, and if something went wrong, just catch the error and return it. So then we defined a variable of type var, map equal map string comma dynamic. That means the key of this map is going to be string and the value is going to be dynamic. Then here I'm going to pass the link we got here to the map. So here the key must match the exact spelling of the returned ID from the API. Let me show you. As you can see here, the spelling is L_ID. And here it must be exactly the same. If you have a typo here, you will get an error message and the link won't be deleted. Then here we have this response class from the HTTP package we just imported here. Then we called it response. Then here we said wait till this process is completed. Then after it's completed, assign the value to the response. Then we will check if the response status code equal 200. As I mentioned before, this 200 returned from the server. If it's equal 200, return true, otherwise return false. That's all about this function. So now let's go to the main again, and I'm going to remove this comment. Also, I need to define these as a properties of the main class. As a properties of this links app state. So going to copy it and paste it here. We still have 2 errors. And the snack bar, yeah, I forgot to write this function, so let me just copy it and paste it for the sake of time. Here, let me explain it here. First, it's a private function. That means it cannot be used outside of this class. How do you know if it's private or not? Private functions start with the underscore. Then we're here I'm going to pass 2 arguments. The first one is context of this class. The second thing is a widget text, the message that will be displayed whenever a user deleted a link. It will pass, the message will be passed here, and then it will be displayed on the screen. Then here we have this snack bar class, and I called it snack bar equals snack bar to initialize it. Then I passed the context of the widget of the build widget to it. Then the text, let me just change it to message to make it clear for you guys. Message. Then the snack bar needs the context of this scaffold. Passing the context of the scaffold helps the snack bar to know where it is within the widget tree. Whenever a user wants to delete a link, he must click on the trash can button. Then here we call this function, the one we just wrote, delete links. We call it because it's a static function, we call it by the class name, then the function name. Then we pass to it the snapshot.data and then the index, and then l._id, which is the ID of the link. Then here it's going to it will wait till the process of posting this deleting link to the server, and whenever the process is complete, the value will be assigned to this variable, which is I have already defined here as a class, as a property of this class, which has this type boolean. So when we post a request, it's going to either return true if it's deleted or false. So let's say that this link has been deleted, so the value will be true. Then we will check if it's really true or not. If is deleted equal true, that means the link was deleted. Then show this snack bar. Then we're going to pass the context here, then the message that we want to be displayed on the screen. Then we call this state to update the state of the app. If it wasn't deleted for some reason, we're going again to call this function show snack bar. Then we'll pass the context, then the error message, as you can see here. Click on hot reload and check the results. I'm going to delete this one. As you can see, link has been deleted. It was removed from the list. We still have one more step here. This number is still hard coded, so I'm going to make it dynamic. First, I need to write a function for it in order to make it dynamic. So let's do it now. First here, I'm going to add two new properties. The first one is going to be var list link, and the second one, it's going to be an int underscore. I'll make it private, even this one. Make both of them private. Then this is going to be the total number links. Total number of links. Sorry. Then just scroll down and let's add this new function here. Get total number of links. So first this function will return nothing, so it's going to be void, and it's going to be a private function. Get total links. Then, as I mentioned before, we are dealing with the future, so we need to use these two keywords, async and await, in order to get the total number of links. We have to wait till the process of fetching the data from the database is finished. So here, links, this is the property of this class, will be equal await, then http handler dot get links. First here, we're going to wait until this function finished the process of fetching data. Then the links will be assigned to this property of this class. Then we're going to check f underscore links not equal null. If it's not equal null, then total number of links will be equal to links dot length. Sorry. Else total number of links will be equal 0. In case you just want to check if it's going to print get the total number of links, all you have to do, just print the underscore links dot length here. Let's type number of links will be equal $, curly brackets, then underscore dot length. So just click hot reload. Let's see if it's going to give the number of links. Oh, I forgot to call the function. here first, you can use this function init state, this one, and under this init state just call the function here. Init states, this is the first thing that's going to be executed when you run the application. So now click just now I'm going to reload it, the app, and see the function. Let's see if it's going to get the total number of links or no. Something is wrong. I'm going to rebuild the application again and see. Sometimes you have to clean your app, and let me just uninstall this app, this one. Then I'm going to rebuild it again. As you can see here, the number of links is 1, but this number of links is never changed. Do you know why? Because all you have to do, just copy this and then go and just scroll down to here, and instead of this hard code it, just remove it. It's complaining because this total number of links is integer, and all we have to do is just convert it to string by using this method to string. Now just click reload and let's see. As you can see here, it's updated. So this total number of links will get initialized whenever this function is being executed, as you can see here. So if list of links not equal null, then initialize this one, total number of links. So as soon as this is being executed, we will get the number of links. That's it for today. So if you have any inquiries, please mention them in the comments, and I will do my best to explain whatever you want. And for tomorrow, we're going to enable this button, and I will allow users to add links. See you then.